Alright, sixth graders, this is Miss Wells, and I am here to talk about representing and graphing ratios. Okay, so we have already talked about how to write ratios, equivalent ratios, and then comparing ratios. Today we're going to take what we've learned the past few times and we are going to move it into graphing ratios. So what I want to go over is, this is problem number 8, and if this is in your workbook in section 5.4. Okay, so this is what the beginning of the section looks like, section 5.4, and this is on page 279. So if you wanted to be in your workbook right now, you can. So this is number 8, and it says a student runs 2 minutes for every 10 minutes that she walks. Complete the table and graph the pairs of values. Okay, so you guys are already pros at completing ratio tables. And so as you know, we've got one value here with running, one value here with walking. Running looks like it's going up by 2 each time, so I go 2, 4, 6, 10, 20, 30. Okay, so that should be nothing new. We have already talked about ratio tables. The new thing is this graph over here. Okay, so this graph, we are going to take what we have in the ratio table and we are going to graph our ratios. Okay, so one thing I want to go over is how to read a graph. Okay, so after you've made the table, you've found out the equivalent ratios and compared them, you are going to graph them. And so when we have a graph, this is just a rough draft of a graph. I wanted to remind you guys that this horizontal is the x-axis. Okay, the x-axis goes side to side, left and right. The vertical one is the y-axis. The y-axis goes up and down. Okay, and then when you have 2 points, like in a coordinate pair, x comes before y. Okay, so the first number is the x value, so whatever that number is, you're going to move along the x-axis to find it, and then once you've found the x value, then you can move up and down for the y value. Okay, so it's going to make a little more sense whenever I move into the problem. So let's go back over here. With the problem, it looks like running is our x value and walking is our y. Okay, running is on the x-axis, walking is on the y-axis. Okay, so we know that running is y, walking is x. Sorry, running is x, walking is y. Okay, so now that I have these pairs, my first one would be 2, 10. So if I wrote this as an ordered pair, it would be 2, 10. Second one would be 4, 20, and then 6, 30. Okay, what this tells me is that I'm going to go over to the right 2, then I'm going to go up 10. Okay, so when I come over here to the graph, I'm going to start at 0, I'm going to go right 2, and then I'm going to go up 10, and I'm going to put a dot right there. Okay, now I have plotted that point. Okay, now I'm going to do the next one, which is 420. So I'm going to go over to 4 and then up to 20. Last one is 630, 6, and then 30. Okay, so when you're looking at this, what do you notice about the lines? Okay, the lines are straight. Okay, so we could draw a line straight through here. Okay, that happens because our, whoops, sorry, my line's a little messy, but because our ratios remain constant, we can connect all of our points with one straight line. Okay, I would recommend using a ruler if you want the most accurate. Okay, so when we graph, we're going to move side to side first. So in this one, we're going to move to the right, and then we are going to move up. And then just a reminder, this is the x-axis, and this is the y-axis. Okay, so I'm going to bring us up to number 6 and 7, just as a quick review. Okay, so we've got 2 is the x This is the y. 2, 4, 6. Then this one's counting by 3s, 3, 6, 9. Okay, I'm gonna graph it. I've got 2, 3, so this looks like it's going by 2's on the bottom. So if I've got 2, it's gonna be this line that's in between. 2, and then 3 is going to be in between the 3 and or the 2 and the 4. Okay, so sometimes your values aren't going to line up exactly on the line. Okay, and so you kind of just have to eyeball it in that situation. So as you can see right here, if I were to make marks on this one, this would be 2, this would be 6, this would be 2, and this would be 6. Okay, and so 3 is right between 2 and 4, so that's why I put my dot smack dab in the middle right there. Okay, and then I'm gonna plot 4, 6. So I'm gonna go 4, 6, that falls on a line, and then 6, 9. 9 is not gonna fall on the line, it's gonna fall between 8 and 10, so I'm gonna put it in the middle right there. Okay, see once again how I could draw a straight line through here. I'm gonna attempt it a little better than the last time. Not as good, it's okay. Okay, so that is a quick overview of graphing ratios. So remember to use this table to your advantage. Then you take what's in the table and you graph it. Remember the x-axis and the y-axis, and remember that x always comes before y. Okay, if you have any questions or need any help, make sure that you message your teacher if you are virtual or raise your hand if you are in class. Have a great day.